Was good, y'all. Today I'm gonna be doing the oil and filter change on the Camaro. Right here is all the stuff that you'll need. You can see I got this is a 15mm socket, a 24mm socket. Got some nitrite gloves here. I usually always try to use gloves whenever I'm dealing with, oil or harsh chemicals. Got the funnel. Got my new oil that I'm gonna use. It's 5W30 for my car. And I got my new oil filter, and also got 2 drain pans back here. So for my car, the except for the Camaro, your oil pan, or at least my oil pan, I'm gonna need the 15mm to take that bolt out, drain it, and the 24mm socket is for the oil filter. So and usually, especially for a car like this that's sitting pretty low, you're gonna need either a lift or jack and jack stands. I'm not gonna do that today because there's kind of a natural recession dip in my driveway, so I'm gonna position my car over that so that the gap is right at my oil pan. So hopefully I'm gonna try to not have to lift my car up today and put it on jack stands. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so got to whip over the dip like I said. First thing you want to do, get this. Lift your hood up and take off your oil cap. I usually just have to sit it somewhere near the latch so that I don't forget about it if I try to close the hood. So take that cap off. I usually just put this back down to set down. Then we're gonna drain our oil. And let's see. That's the bolt that we're gonna be taking off right there. That's my oil pan. So got my drain pan right here, and like I said, I got enough space to get up under here right now, but you may need to use jack and jack stands. But that bolt right there, so I'm gonna use my 15mm, get that off, drain it into the pan, then I'm gonna take my oil filter off, and I'm gonna show y'all that. Alright, so I broke that bolt loose. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I broke that bolt loose. And right now, just show y'all, I'm gonna untwist that off, let that oil drain into my drain pan. So, broke the bolt first, then just take it off by hand. Let that drain. It's another reason to wear gloves. You can see it done dripped all over the gloves. I'm taking this bolt off. You see that's draining. And you want to be careful when you're taking this bolt out, as well as when you replace the bolt, not to do too much damage to it. To strip these threads, when you got aluminum pieces, you especially want to be careful, because you can do some real damage to them. Strip threads and it'll cause your oil to leak. Strips them bad enough you know, this will be just leaking while you're going down the road, and you can ruin your engine because you won't have any oil. So finish letting that drain, and I'm going to show y'all how to take the filter off. Alright, so next you need to take this engine cover off, or I actually don't think I'm gonna take it all the way off. I think I'm gonna just lift it up a little bit, and I got my oil filter housing right there. I'm gonna try to just take it off from the side right here. This way you're gonna need your 24 millimeter. And there we go. So break that seal. I think I pretty much got it off. Set this down. And unscrew that the rest of the way. Get my handy dandy t-shirt. And there we go. So here we go. And there go the seal I'm talking about, that orange seal at the bottom. So we'll take this out, place it with my filter, replace the seal, and drop that back in, screw it in, tighten it down. Again, just to reiterate, this toothpick, that's what this is for, this seal. You know, you're gonna get up under the ledge and you know, work it, lift it up out of there, so that way you can put your new one in. So I'm gonna do that off camera and drop it in. Alright, and make sure before you drop it back in, try to clean up the threads a little bit. Then I just took a little bit of the residual oil and just went around that seal, you know, so that way next time I need to change my oil, it's not extremely hard to get off. So drop that back in there. Start to screw it in by hand. Then finish it up. Alright, so oil is drained, filter, new filter is placed inside the housing, and so now we need to put that bolt back on our drain pan, then we can fill it up with oil and we're done. Alright, so put the bolt back on my oil pan and tightened it up. Like I said, be sure not to over tighten it. You're dealing with aluminum pieces, you don't want to strip threads and stuff like that, cause damage. So my car takes 6 quarts of oil, just 5 quarts. So all of this going in there, plus that's why I had 2 bottles of this at the beginning. I had one used and one brand new. This is the brand new one, so I'm gonna use all of this. And then the other one I still got probably at least 2.5 to 3 quarts in it, and so 1 quart out of that additional one, and should be good. After that, now I'll let the car run for a little bit, just to kind of cycle that oil through, so that first time I drive it I don't have a rough ride. So yeah, put the oil in. Probably as I start adding that last quart, I'll be checking my dipstick, you know, to see where I'm at. Let it run for maybe 10-15 minutes, and then yeah, good to go. That's the Chevy Camaro oil change. Alright, so I just took the oil that came out of my car and poured it into the container of oil I just used, which is 5 quarts, and it filled up. All of it went into this and filled it up 5 quarts. So I haven't added any of the second bottle of oil yet, so just got that one, the 5 quarts in there. So now I'm gonna check my oil level. Here's my dipstick, and pull that out and you know, clean that off, wipe it off real quick. Give me a second. Alright, so wipe that off, put it back in there, feed it down, let it sit for a few seconds, pull it back up, and see where I'm at. I don't know if y'all can see that. My camera won't focus, but looks like I could use a little bit more, so I'm put try to put another half a quart. Alright, so everything's done. Got oil in. Like I said, I checked my dipstick, added a little bit more oil after that, checked it again. Level looked good. Letting it run right now for a few minutes. And now if you have this same car as me, you're gonna want to reset the there's a pretty much like a oil percentage thingy. It tells you, you know, pretty much gives you an idea when you need to change your oil. I do it every about 4,000 or 5,000 miles. Maybe I'll go over a little bit, but then I'll change it. And also, if you're changing your own oil and stuff like that, make sure you keep your own records. You know, I pretty much put the date, what I did, and the amount of miles on my car at the completion of whatever I did. So that's already gone in this little booklet. I just keep that in my glove box. And yeah, like I said, you're gonna want to reset the oil life on here. If you have the same vehicle as me, it's 2011 Camaro. When you start off on, you know, this screen right here, you just want to hit menu once. You hit menu, and then with these up and down arrows, you know, go through, move them down. You see I got 16% remaining. I just changed it so it says press set or clear to reset, and that's the button that's on the outside here. You just press that in. So press that in. Are you sure you want to reset? Switch it up. Yes. Hit the set button. And it takes it to 100. So that's also a way, if you're not counting miles, that you can just, you know, easily look to give you an idea when you need to get an oil change. I would say if you're going by this, I would not let it get below maybe 20 to 15%. You know, at 10%, I would really, you know, if you're not doing your own, if you don't have the time to do your own oil change, at that point I would just take it somewhere. Make sure you get an oil change to stay up on it. Because you don't want to, you know, you want to take care of that preventative maintenance, take care of your engine. You don't want to run into any problems, anything like that. So this video is a wrap. Oil change is done. Clock in my vehicle is reset for my oil. I'm Gucci. Squat.